hot mess that they air in the mornings, called The View, had to issue not one, not two, not three, but 4 corrections.
The View is the target of an incredible $1 billion defamation case that Carrie Underwood recently won. The ruling is so important that it is completely upending the media landscape. There are other factors at play here besides money. It's transforming how networks handle political disputes and celebrity reputations. At a well-known event, a simple musical performance descended into a full-fledged media brawl. At Donald Trump's second inauguration, Underwood sang America the Beautiful, which was the beginning of it all. Because they were worried about the political fallout, many artists turned down the offer, but Carrie saw it differently. She believed that music, something bigger than politics, might work as a uniting element. However, there was an abrupt and severe reaction as soon as she consented. Critics immediately stepped in, accusing her of advancing Trump's agenda through her performance. The internet exploded. Her fan base became divided as social media exploded in outrage. Some thought she had destroyed her career on her own, while others commended her for being true to her beliefs and her country roots. Then came the attack from the Vista. The next morning, Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar went in for the kill. They dismantled her on live television in addition to criticizing her performance. They accused her of alienating half of her fan base and framed her move as an endorsement of hatred, going beyond professional criticism. They even went so far as to personalize it. They ridiculed her intelligence, questioned her morality, and even predicted the end of her career. But Carrie didn't give up. She struck back. Now, it is difficult to ignore the consequences of this remarkable legal victory. Networks are hurrying, celebrities are speaking up, and The View? We might have simply taught the expensive lesson of pushing the wrong person too far. What started out as criticism quickly evolved into a full-fledged smear campaign. The View hosts not only shared their opinions, but they also effectively declared that Carrie Underwood's career was ended. They speculated that she would be blacklisted by Nashville and Hollywood, her reputation would be irreparably damaged, and admirers would turn their backs on her. They said that there was no going back and that her decision to perform was a mistake that would destroy her career. Carrie said nothing at first. She didn't enjoy political feuds and didn't want to become involved in an ugly media battle. She chose to focus on her music rather than stoke the argument more. But behind the scenes, her team was already building a case. They documented everything. The retaliation was soon more than just sound. It started to get in the way of her real-life opportunities. A few sponsors quietly pulled out. A few concert halls were reluctant to book her. Even the media's coverage of her music evolved, subtly supporting a different narrative. The damage was real. Nobody anticipated the move that Carrie took at that point. After the incident, she made the decision to take action and filed a $1 billion defamation lawsuit against The View. She charged them of purposefully disseminating untrue and harmful information that jeopardized her reputation and job. And it wasn't just a fight against a talk show. One of the largest media conglomerates in the world was the opponent in this conflict. Disney, the parent company of ABC and The View, performed well. Their legal team fought hard to get the complaint dismissed, arguing that the hosts were just expressing their right to free speech and making political commentary. But there was something Carrie's legal team couldn't ignore. Tangible evidence. They proved that The View's claims were more than just derogatory opinions by presenting all of the facts in court. It was careless, deceptive, and malicious. Not just insulting comments, but ones meant to ruin her. And as the inquiry went on, that became clear. This was not your typical lawsuit involving a well-known individual. This propaganda war has consequences worth billions of dollars. Then came the epiphany that changed everything. Internal emails that were released exposed the truth. This wasn't just a heated debate on live TV, it was a carefully thought-out attack operation. ABC executives deliberately put pressure on The View's hosts to disparage Carrie Underwood. Not for journalistic ethics, but for ratings. These revelations turned the case into one of the most spectacular media trials in history. Testimony from former ABC employees exposed the network's secret tactics. They exposed how, in order to create viral moments, The View's producers often omitted facts and faked outrage. Whistleblowers even admitted that management deliberately singled out conservative public figures to generate controversy and promote involvement. It didn't end there either. Testimony claims that ABC actively worked to blacklist Underwood, prohibiting her from appearing on TV any longer and attempting to silence her completely. This wasn't just a reaction to her performance, it was a prearranged takedown. Then came the verdict, an incredible, unprecedented $1 billion ruling in Underwood's favor. People in the courtroom couldn't believe it. The decision stunned the media world overall, but it certainly had a financial impact on ABC and The View. Suddenly, careless defamation was not only a PR catastrophe, but a billion-dollar mistake. The effects were felt right away. Advertisers rethought their partnerships with The View in a frenzy. ABC management hurried to downplay the issue, since there were rumors of big changes occurring behind the scenes. Rumors that network officials were questioning whether The View could even survive in its current format only served to fuel speculation. However, this triumph was more than monetary. It turned into a pivotal cultural event. Carrie supporters saw it as a turning point, proof that the media could no longer ruin people's reputations without consequences. In an industry where straying from Hollywood's dominant political narrative often leads to career death, Underwood's triumph dealt a severe blow to the unchecked power of mainstream media. This case changed not just the media but also the rules. The landmark precedent set by the billion-dollar ruling could force the mainstream media to rethink their approach entirely. Political views may no longer be used as a pretext for attacks that destroy people's careers on talk shows. The message is clear. Irresponsible defamation now has a price. The future of The View is also uncertain. ABC executives are reportedly in full-blown crisis mode and are thinking about making big adjustments to rescue the show. The radical changes under consideration might include the dismissal of some of its more controversial guests. Joy Behar, one of Underwood's most outspoken critics, is feeling the pressure. Sources claim that network bosses are pressuring her to step down because they think her outbursts have now gotten out of control. Additionally, Sonny Hostin, whose harsh comments played a significant role in the complaint, might not survive the repercussions. Whoopi Goldberg, who frequently takes the lead in defending her co-hosts, has also been unusually quiet. Rumors that she is also reconsidering her future on the program have been fueled by the eerie silence. Carrie Underwood, meantime, is more confident than ever. The View said that this was the end of her career. It has, nevertheless, been her greatest victory. Sales of concert tickets are soaring, and her fan base is stronger than ever. Once-distant sponsors are now rushing to collaborate with her once more, and most significantly, she has shown that she will not be frightened by the media, but she is fighting against more than one well-known individual. It has spurred a more extensive conversation on media accountability. How far is too far? Should talk shows be allowed to spread misleading information without fear of punishment? Where does blatant defamation start and constructive criticism end? Above all, are celebrities supposed to simply accept the consequences? Or do they have the right to retaliation? This circumstance has prompted serious questions. What makes criticism different from character assassination? Should media personalities be allowed to say anything they want under the pretense of free speech, or is there a need for real accountability? Some critics argue that this decision violates free speech because they think the celebrities may now use defamation lawsuits to stifle the criticism. On the other hand, Underwood's supporters have a different viewpoint. This isn't about suppressing free thought, they say. It's about stopping deliberate, reckless lying. Free speech is not under siege. At last, careless journalism is being held responsible. How about the consequences? Far from over. Reports state that ABC is working feverishly to decide The View's future. Will they cancel the show entirely to avoid further controversy? Will additional well-known individuals, like Carrie, file lawsuits in response to abuse by the media? One thing is very clear. The media landscape will never be the same after this. So, what do you think? Was Carrie Underwood entitled to self-defense? Do talk shows need to provide evidence to support their claims? And will the way the media operate be permanently changed by this case? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any updates.